and Carol. So those are,
Gil and Carol.
yeah, those are Aunt Reed's two children.
The ones who had the Chevy dealership in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
I didn't remember that he had a. Did he lose it all because of his alcohol?
I don't know. The alcohol wasn't a very big thing in my mind, but he was a Chevy dealership. Yeah,
It was-
I knew he was sick. I know.
Well, I understood. I was always told that she divorced him because he was an alcoholic. But
I don't pay attention to divorces.
okay.
Well, I do, but I don't.
Now this is Irvin Link, the second of Mom's family,
Okay.
and so this is Margie and and Lois's dad.
Okay. Do you know where that
passed away.
tombstone might be, or any hazard to guess?
I would assume it's somewhere out near Byers or something. Does it even have any
No.
kind of a name?
See if
here?
I can help.
This paper. Just Kodiak.
Oh, I don't think it's at Kiowa.
Well, I think maybe Byers or something.
Yeah, I think it's probably at Byers. It's strange. There's nothing on there, is there?
Right, but still, it was not.
Irvin Link was he was the second of Mother's brothers and sisters. He was
Right.
born in Germany.
Yeah, Max,
Max is ill.
Irvin, Frida, and Reed were all born in Germany. And one of these is Daniel. I think it's this one. Daniel Marshall with cousins. So I'm going to guess that these two boys are Uncle Bill's. And I think that's Uncle Bill's house there out on the farm.
I don't think it's Uncle Bill's house. I think that's where Grandma Reck lived.
Okay, well,
But I'm just at loss because I think it was in front of that house that we had that picture of all those Grandma Reck at
The
one time.
women.
And yeah, it is Daniel. I wonder who the other two are. Does it tell us?
It's cousins.
Just cousins. September 1939. I was 3.
well, they all look about the same age.
So it's probably that's Daniel and Leon and Lois. That's who that is. Sorry.
No, yeah. I want to have you guys pointing them out, and then I can try to get a better picture.
That stays in the church, when they've been in the church a long, long time, and then they stay when they move back in. Everybody still goes to the old pastor. Yeah. And that's hard.
And so this is Jim and Orvin. And it just amazes me the kind of soil and weeds and all they had around the house. But they said this is Jim delighting in feeding Orky.
Orky.
What amazes you?
Oh, how forsaken that soil and the yards looked.
Oh. Well, it was pretty barren in those worlds.
Well, I don't know who this is. You may have a suggestion. It looks like it's up in the Black Forest because those are ponderosa pine. So I'm assuming it's probably one of Bill's children, but I have no idea who it is.
Now, when you say Black Forest, I think Germany, but
Yes,
You're-
but there's
you're
an
meaning something else.
area
East of
east of the Rockies, on the other side of the South Platte River, sort of over there by Castle Rock,
east of Castle Rock.
east of Castle Rock. That's called the Black Forest
huh,
too.
interesting.
Yeah, this is a tall, slender guy with sharp pleats. Max Link. Okay, so this is the oldest one of them.
I lost my great nephew
And March 25, 1945. So this would have been the year I was born.
4 years ago.
That's Max Link, and he was in the service.
You know what branch?
Italy.
He was Army. And
So he
he's-
fought in World War II then?
Yeah, he did.
He what?
And he was mostly
Fought in World War II.
mostly in. Well, I think he was in Sicily, but he did most of his work while the Americans were advancing through Italy.
Do you know what sort of position he was? Was he? I mean,
Well, I know he was a sharpshooter later, but I think when I talked
Well, this is
to him
Max Jr.
in 45, well, that could be.
No. Yes.
Well, Max was older than I, but I don't know how
When my
much
granddaughter
older.
went to the,
45.
This
He's
has to
probably
make him-
born in
This has to
15
make him 15 years older.
or
than you.
25.
I don't know how they do this. But
I was born in 45. This guy looked older to me than that.
I
I
think
would say this guy looks like
I
he
think
could
somebody's
easily
put Max Jr. on there and shouldn't have.
Well, March 1945. I don't know what his birthday was.
Well, 45. He's, you know, assuming he's 20, then he'd be born in 25. So that's definitely not Max Senior.
Max Senior was born in 5.
Right. So then he'd be 40 years old in the army. They wouldn't have put him in the
Max
army.
Senior, I mean, Max Senior was born before Irvin, and Irvin said he was born in 5.
Yeah.
So he, that is Max Jr.
Yeah, that is Max Jr. It's got to
That
be.
is Max Jr.
He was an Indonesian.
Well, no wonder he seemed like a different world than me.
Well, he was.
'Cause
an
I'm-
Indian of some kind. Just delightful.
I'm 9, and
You're
that boy is
10.
there
So when
is
she knew
getting
she
close
picked-
to 20.
She picked him out to be in her squad.
He might just be 16.
You know,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
This is
about 2 weeks.
Lois and Marjorie and parents. So this is Uncle Irv and Rosie.
I didn't tell him.
So this is
It's
Rosie.
interesting, you call her Rosie.
Well, that's what they always called her.
Always called her Rose.
Okay, well,
In my world,
so that would have been little Margie, the one that was the chaplain out in
Okay.
California. And this is Lois, the one that kind of keeps everybody on track. She's a go-getter. She and Evelyn just remind me of each other a lot. But he was the one that decided the Sabbath should be Saturday,
Okay.
and she put up with him.
Oh. I keep it going.
But they look so much taller in this picture than I remember Rose.
But like the Patels in India, there are different
Huh.
Patels. And in this part of the country, all Patels.
Lois, Margie, and parents, Irvin and Rose Link. See, they wrote Rose. They didn't write Rosie.
I believe that.
They're all doctors.
Who called her Rosie in your mind?
No
Mom.
matter whether God gave you that dent or not. No, that's where
Mom.
Yeah, that's very rough. And so I keep in touch with Michelle, his mom. Precious.
10 years make a lot of difference.
I just always.
Rosie.
But every.
This is Uncle Bill's oldest child, and so he wasn't very old at that time.
Really?
And this is Jim.
That'd be Leon.
Oh, Leon. Okay.
Leon is the
No,
oldest.
this says Jim.
Well,
So
he's
it
not
is
his
the oldest child.
He's the second. No,
Okay.
he's the second oldest.
Yeah. Okay, I apologize
Why?
because I said it wrong.
That's all right. That's why we got you both here.
And
Uncle Kenneth.
Gabrielle got and she said, I don't want to be disrespectful because we have different faiths.
So here are some pictures of a different era.
Mm-hmm.
That's Dad when he was quite elderly. This is Phyllis, and that's me back there. And this is Dale and Eileen Yoakum, my in-laws. And it says Marshall Family Christmas at Daniel and Gloria's.
So, you know, and she said, my,
Would that have been here?
Yeah.
but,
Okay, and that's the one after we left here, we got caught in a blizzard.
I think you're right.
appreciate it.
But this
Did you want to
is,
look back? Or
Oh
did you
yeah. Let
get
me
it?
just get a better shot of the front.
And she goes to Baptist church. Maybe that's what it was about, but it's just, I can't remember. I mean, I had this You did? Two. They were
Let's see if we can tell what room it's in.
Mhm.
You want me to hold it?
Well, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, that's
So why
Kenneth.
don't you give me that one with the picture you were just looking at? I'm not sure that my video was recording.
Follow her on Facebook and see what she's doing.
Gladly.
Pictures of Kendrick Wright. Yeah. I just always.
Yeah. So we got Phyllis and Kenneth and
There's Kenneth and
who were-
Phyllis.
glare on these. And then who were the Yocums?
They're
Eileen
Phyllis's
and
parents.
Dale.
Well, yeah. I mean, just Eileen and
Dale.
Dale,
Dale. Okay. And then you said you saw Kendrick in here somewhere?
over there.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it.
There he is. See him, little guy?
I thought that was
He,
Daniel or
not so
Kenneth.
young.
I think that's me, Daniel.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that's me.
Are you sure?
Yep, quite confident.
Well, you would know.
It's Phyllis and I.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like you to me.
This is Uncle Bill and Aunt Flora
right.
and all their 12 children.
Oh my goodness.
And they are quite elderly here. Does it have a date?
Oh my goodness.
Dear Daniel and Gloria and Chillin, greetings to you at this happy Christmas season. I just wrote a note to your folks. Had asked them if they thought they would be able to let us hear from them this year.
I think, at first she was
This is a sad thing about Uncle Bill.
Mm-hmm.
He always wrote us the funniest letters at Christmas time, and we looked forward to getting them. And I told Orvin about it, and he said
who you guys are.
he was so sad to tell me that his dad never showed that side to the family.
Wow.
And they all resented those nice letters that he sent out that were so funny because Dad never put the effort into showing that side of himself to all the children. And I think that is so sad because he could be a barrel of laughs. And this is Marjorie. That's the younger of Uncle Irv's two daughters. She's the one that was the chaplain. And of course, this is after high school. Senior, well, no, that's not. That must be your senior picture. She sure had pretty blonde hair.
The guy had built it like the backside kind of in the ground, stuck into the ground, level, and then front was all glass. And
W. Link, William Link,
they, no shades or anything.
I can't even imagine.
Baked in
Bill.
the summer and frozen in winter. And I think that was another.
So here's asbestos siding.
Okay. Great.
And they called this the Three Little Pigs, which didn't seem very kind. But it's Hartfield's up in Michigan, so that's July 1947.
not in Michigan then. That'd be over
It said at Hartsfield's, Michigan.
somebody didn't know what they're talking about because in 47 they lived, well now wait a minute, yeah, at 47 they still were at Louisville, not Louisville. What's one of those little towns north of Brighton?
I don't know.
Yeah, they lived, he is an irrigation farmer there.
Mm-hmm.
And I may be, let me look at the picture and I'll see if I agree with. Well, that could be Michigan. I don't know, I guess.
So do we know who the kids are? I mean, we got Three Little Pigs, but
I think we can. Hattie's sister's kids at Hartfields, Michigan. The Three Little Pigs, July
I
47.
hope that this situation
Um,
is gonna turn out the same, because that'll be disappointing, I'm afraid, to her. If it isn't very similar to the other one, because
Now, is she,
I don't know. It might be Freddie,
or did they open
Fred,
Um,
and the older.
I.
That boy, though, that doesn't make sense.
The head of whatever.
You didn't have any hunch either, Kenneth.
I would imagine that she
Okay.
been replacing somebody. But I don't know, I hadn't even thought of that.
Well, boy, this is a
Here,
pretty house.
Daniel, want to get a good shot of that one.
Replacing, it's the same thing unless that person just really went on and. And, you know, when
Now you know who the three little pigs are.
Everybody,
I've heard the
Someday
story,
you'll know
but
more.
she retired,
and that is
So
different
this
now
is
because
Carol Lindsay,
they're always changing and they're looking to.
and
shape up
this would be Gil's sister.
Hospital is so different
Oh.
than
okay.
And Gil and Carol were Marguerite's children.
We've been over that quite a few times. But you
Well,
get-
Well, yeah, it doesn't hurt to.
That's okay.
But apparently,
Reemphasize.
this is their house,
bedside nursing.
and it may be in Cheyenne, but it's a lovely home.
Bed that give you more.
I think that is in Cheyenne.
Razor too. And that's
Let me see what it says on the back.
1 year.
The Lindsay residence, 1944.
I was.
Hattie Link, Carolyn
I did-
front,
I wanted to see.
Gil brother.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Gil's not there.
No, that's while they had the Chevy dealership
That just was not gonna happen.
in Cheyenne.
crazy things, like a kindred skill at the college, and you really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
This is another picture of that Hartfield residence
well, apparently the head person.
up
Oh,
in
in
Michigan,
Michigan.
in
Okay.
Grand Junction, Michigan. And it
Okay.
has the same asbestos siding
see
as where
that.
the three little pigs were sitting.
So, yeah.
To go, basically, I was taught
Well, I remember maybe
they,
47. Then
interviewed-
Aunt Frida must have come back and got Grandma and taken her up there.
No, Mom did.
said he knew
Mom took her, huh?
But they can't disappoint.
'Cause
After
I
we
remember
had
her
been
being-
up
I
there-
remember her being in our house at the farm.
Yeah, but that was about like 1955 or so.
But we don't have any idea who these people
Well,
are.
we didn't buy the farm until 1955.
Any idea who that
And I
is?
can remember Bonnie, who was a fifth grader at that time, cooked
Let's see, I don't.
for you and in the pickup
And
to Michigan.
Well, I don't remember that, but that's sure probably true.
why even bother?
These are Hartfield kids, and I don't know their names.
Okay.
One of them has to be Fred, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, one's probably Freddie, and one of them I think was Bunny, and
Paperwork that
I
you
don't
have to
know.
Send into the state. Here's what's interesting, we have a friend. Actually.
Well, here's
this is
Irvin's
our
grave
nephew. This
again,
was my best work friend.
between your father and Betty Ann.
Chris and Carol. Stacy's
So,
brothers. Oh, they never met him.
I assume your father, and so I don't know
Stacy says,
who
"I
they
think
would be
we have
talking
you."
about.
Chris is gonna be interviewed at Oklahoma Baptist University.
Between your father and Betty Ann.
You're exactly halfway through, could they spend the night? Now, Chris is blind, he had, that retinitis pigmentosa, and as a young teenager, is pretty much blind now. Just a
And this
true
is
little
sweet
kid, probably hosted them a dozen times since
Rose,
then.
since he doesn't want me calling her Rosie, with a Rose, and she moved out to California to live with
Interviewed people. They asked him to come in, but they knew the lady.
Margie for a number of years.
So he went in, and interviewed. And they had one. He was much more. I mean, I don't
That's a
know
good
who
picture of
ever
her.
Read his resume when they
Now,
hired
it's
him, but
interesting.
not her.
I'm almost wondering if we didn't take this picture. Because Phyllis and I went down to San Antonio and visited Uncle Max and his wife in San Antonio.
No, you didn't say
Let me see that writing.
really threatened me with
Is that something I would have written?
No.
why I didn't come in like you did all of
That looks like
this. It's your problem
Mom's
that
penmanship.
you didn't read my resume.
It's not mine, but I don't see any R's, and I can always tell if there's an R.
What kind of R did you make?
Different than anybody else. Yeah, it probably is, because that's my R.
All over them, because they hired.
See, I didn't do a square top.
Oh,
You see the R in
did you do
February?
the one that's
See
like
the
that?
one that in February.
you had to have a strong background. She didn't. So she's gonna be able to. And it was like, they have been.
This is
Who'd
one
you say this is?
It's Max.
Uncle Max and his wife down in San Antonio.
Would that be Max Jr.?
No, that's Uncle Max.
He said in his.
And that was in 78 when we had first moved to Longview, and I was practicing, and we made a trip down there.
There's 2 R's in February for you to latch on to.
Right.
That's the kind of R I make.
Oh, really?
Don't
Okay.
make that other kind.
It's a Palmer method R. Okay, this is Juanita, and she is one of Uncle Bill's children.
And he did.
Goes
This is her
by
too, isn't that
Anita.
Juanita?
No, that's Rebecca.
Oh yeah, it is Rebecca.
But I think he probably would.
So this is in 1959.
But, you know, I thought, isn't that
Mary.
Yeah. This is Mary, and so, you know, I don't know who Mary is.
Well,
Mary
my father
Ling.
was alive. You just say
Did
people don't have
Uncle Walt name his second girl Mary?
No.
They don't.
Well, who is Mary then?
Mary's married. Gloria, is that girl in Last Chance Mary?
Yes. There's
Sorry.
3 Marys and that was,
What?
there's 3 Marys there. In that family when we were around the
Mary
table.
lives at Last Chance.
Okay, you
Yeah.
remember me talking about Last Chance?
Mhm,
No, it was way out.
And she got big and large.
Yeah, but she was a go-getter.
Okay. That's quite